right, folks, here we are once again today, arriving at Davis Rubber in Little Rock for our second load from here. Oh yeah. Doesn't look like there's anybody else here that I can see, but I'm just gonna stop here. Well, I'll pull up some more, because I have a feeling I'm getting loaded out of this pile just to the right here. I'm getting tire shred instead of tire chips for this load. They're going to be bigger pieces. So it's about 12:15. Everybody's probably having a lunch break, but I'm going to go disrupt that. All right, guys, so I'm in loading position. You know, I came in from out there, pulled into there, and then backed into here. This is where you usually get loaded. And they had me pull over close to the building because he's unloading from right here. Like I said before, this is called tire shred. It's bigger pieces. Getting it from that pile right there. So he'll be dumping it onto my tarp side. Should be okay because he can get way above that. So I'll try to show you. Oh, let me put my spread axle down. Alright, I'm gonna have to change this battery out, so it may end abruptly on us. Let's take a look. Well, I thought he'd already started, but that's one of the Davis boys gonna be doing the loading. It's kind of a family operation here. If this battery will work, I'll show you a load. Alright. So yeah, this stuff I'm getting is bigger pieces. I don't know if you can tell. What I got earlier was tire chips, and this is tire shred. Going to the, I think it's called the Nucor Yamato plant up in Amarillo, Arkansas, which is basically Blytheville. It's up in the northeast corner of the state, right by the Mississippi River. He's just moving some bulky tires out of the way. All right, let's see. Well, he's still moving stuff around. I'm gonna change the battery and I'll try to show you some of this. All right, guys, so I'm getting loaded. There's my loader right there. Got a huge pile of this product there. And here's what he's done so far. You might could tell those are bigger pieces than what I was hauling before. But he started in the back. I'll try to show you a view from here if he's coming back with a scoop right now. Looks like he's still headed toward the back or middle. Should be okay to get a shot. Yeah. There we go. And once again, when he's done, I'll have to climb in there and probably pack it down a little bit to get it under the bows. Knock some of that stuff off the tarp, and there's always some up on the edges and stuff. So it'll take a little bit of work, not too bad. All right, show you a view from the outside. You've seen this before, but hey, I got nothing else to do. This guy's a pretty good loader. All right, so that's how it works. All right, people. Well, I'm about a mile from the Nucor Yamato facility here in Armorel, Arkansas, which is just a little community right outside of Blytheville, Arkansas. The weather is goofy here. It's been like 34 degrees right now, but it's real kind of misty, cloudy, almost foggy up in here. So I don't know how much I'll be able to show you. Probably be dark in the next half hour, but I'll try to. So as a Maverick flatbed driver, I used to pick up right over here. You see all these steel beams out in the yard. Get a lot of that. Here's their sign, Nucor, Yamato. And I gotta make sure I turn into the correct entrance up here. Okay, so yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. So I'll give you a look at this. Alright, so what we're going to do here, now I've delivered this product here once or twice before. I kind of know where I'm going unless they've changed it, but we're going to get on the scale here and go into the building here on the right, check in, and then usually he has us pull up off the scale and just pull over to the side up there and wait for someone to come and lead us to the dump site. So let me get scaled in. There's a Maverick driver right there. Picking up some steel beams. All right, morning bit. Well, that was interesting. You know, it's 4:48 right now, and the guy in the scale house said that their cutoff for receiving this product is at 4, because he's about to shut down the scale and leave. So he called back there on his little radio and talked to somebody, and they said they would come out here and get me. Might take them a few minutes, but they'd come out here and get me and let me dump. So, whew, a little worried there for a minute. But this scale is about to close. So he gave me a map and told me I was going to have to go back over there on what they call the yard, where, you know, they load all those steel beams I was talking about. And he said I could scale out over there, that they would be able to see my loaded weight in the system. And I said, okay, I've used that scale before, know what you're talking about. I used to pick up over there as a flatbedder, so we're gonna get it done. Just might take a minute. So my dispatcher told me after this he wants me just to come back to North Little Rock. I'm going to get a load out of All-Tech Recycling going to Jackson, Tennessee for Monday. I hope that sticks, because before that he was going to send me over to Sledge, Mississippi, but they're having so much trouble with the road conditions over in Mississippi that you know, I was like, man, I don't even want to go, because I've talked to several drivers today that said that, you know, Mississippi is a mess. Like they hadn't treated the roads, scraped the roads, nothing. It's still bad. So anyway, Okay, I'm just waiting for my escort. All right, folks, I'm gonna try to show you a little bit of this. This guy in this little flatbed pickup just came and waved me to follow him. I've been waiting there about 20 minutes, not too bad. I mean, I told the guy I know where to dump it if it's in the same place as usual. But, you know, they don't want you back here by yourself. A lot of big equipment back here, and some of the lanes they have for traffic are, you know, trucks are prohibited. Anywho, I'll give you a look. Nucor Yamato, Amarillo, Arkansas. So I've still got about, I don't know, over 3 hours on my clock. I may try to, I don't know where I'm going to drive to, because I'm supposed to go back to North Little Rock to pick up a load in the morning. Dispatcher, I think he's sent me the load. I've got a load tendered waiting in my TransFlow app, so that should be it. No big hurry, you know, it's about a 3.5 hour drive from here to get to North Little Rock, so I can still get it picked up tomorrow and get home pretty early. Been a very short week for me. Done these 2 short loads. Today is Thursday. Then I'll pick up a load tomorrow, Friday, that will allow me to get back home, and then deliver it Jackson, Tennessee, Monday. I don't know what time. You know, the place we're delivering to in Jackson, Tennessee, they go by appointment, so it's not an open window situation. But I haven't looked at it yet, so I don't know. I may drive part of it Sunday evening. I don't know. Kind of depend on the weather too. Alright, so at least they've got it lit up pretty well back here. I've already got my mud flaps put away. But my tarp is still on. And the rain has stopped. It's mostly just kind of foggy, cloudy. I'll go ahead and keep the camera on. Maybe you can see some of this with the lighting they have. It's a big place. Pretty much the biggest thing going back here, I think, in the Blytheville, Amarillo area. I know this is kind of boring for some of you, but just giving you a look. Some people actually like seeing this because they want to know actually what it is we do, where we go, what it's like. So if you're looking at Oakley, considering Oakley, I'm giving you a look. Now, I would say that in the past, where we would deliver this product, Tire Shred is just up here to the right. In fact, you might can see it now. It looks like Tire Shred just to the right here. So I'm thinking he's gonna have me make this turn. Yep, and then back up to this pile and dump. That's exactly what I would have done. And I'll ask him if he needs to sign my paperwork, although I think the scale guy already did. It's gonna be nice and muddy. Okay, so let me get backed up here and then I'll try to show you something. Well, I'll leave the camera on. Something for you to look at there. All right. I'm looking out the window here, trying to find the levelest spot. Is levelest the word? The most level? All right. Okay. That's pretty good. All right, I'll try to show you some of this in a minute. All right, people. So I got that load dumped and my escort there, just turning around, has led me back. Remember, I have to go to a different scale because this one I came in on is closed. There's a helicopter pad here to my left. That was the landmark I was looking for. And I'm supposed to take this road. Oh! I know you probably can't see a lot, but supposedly, according to the map, this little road will take me right to the other scale house. Activity around here. So anyway, it's dark, it's misty, raining, foggy. Ain't a whole lot left for me to show you. I didn't get any footage of the dump back there because it was so dark, but got it done. So I just got to find the scale down here and get out of here. All right, guys, welcome to Friday morning. It's about 10 to 9. I just checked in here in North Little Rock at All Tech Recycling. Been here many times. Picking up a load of twitch that goes to Most Incorporated, Jackson, Tennessee on Monday morning at 9:30. So I'm going to get this load picked up and then go to the Oakley, North Little Rock yard. Then I'm going to check my trailer into the shop because I've got my ABS light has been coming on. And the loader there is signaling me to come on through. And I don't know, I got some kind of an electrical problem with my trailer that has surfaced this morning. My ABS light is sporadically coming on, and my trailer like marker lights also are sporadic, kind of flickery. Like I'm looking at them right now, you know, and they're kind of flickery, like they, you know, just not a good connection. So it'd be a good opportunity, since I'm going to get home pretty early today. I'll just check it in there and let them try to fix that. A very short week for me this week, you know. I didn't even come out and hit the road until, what was it, Thursday morning? did 2 tire chip loads. I'm waiting for the loader to, they got a bobcat and a loader over here kind of blocking each other. So, man, it's windy out here. Dust blowing everywhere. So, normally they want you to load over here. You just pull up. Just letting them know I'm here. Just pull up in front of these yellow blocks, straight as you can get. All right, that's it. All right, guys, that's the first dump. You've seen this before, a load of twitch. Give me a look at it. Stuff's always dusty. And that's what one dump looks like. See if we can watch him dump the next one. You don't have to take your bows out for this stuff, but a lot of times I still have to climb up there and kind of kick some debris off of the edges, or it'll get tied up on the bows. Kick it around so the tarp will fit over right. All right, here comes load number 2. He's starting in the back. See how that one hung up on the bow? I want to get in there and knock that off. All right, that's how it works. Okay, I've gotten loaded. I'm the only truck that's been in here so far. And the office lady gives you a sheet like this that you have to give the loader, and he signs off on it. So now just got to back up a little bit here so I can not hit these blocks in front of me. All right, and we're just gonna make the U-turn here to get back out to the scale. Woo! Windy out here, I tell you. All right. So, now I haven't rolled my tarp over or anything because I want to come out here and see what the load weight is. Might be too heavy. I don't think so, according to my gauges. Or you might need to go back and get a little more. Make sure you stop at the stop signs here, because this is where the office personnel cross from the parking lot into the office. And you got to make the wide turn here so you can get up on the scale. And remember, do not go too fast on the scale. Speed limit says 3, and they mean that. Okay. Ooh, excuse the sniffles. Alright, so I know you can't see the scale, but I'm weighing 77.7. I think I'll go get a little more. Excuse me. 777. All right. All right, I'll pick this up in a bit. Okay, well, as you can see, I just pulled up here without making the U-turn into the loading spot. And he already had about half a scoop with him. I don't know if the office lady radios to him or not, but I told him I could use about 1,000 pounds. He's loading, getting product from right inside this door here to the left, which is kind of different. All right. So if he put 1,000 pounds on there, that ought to put me right at 79,000 or so. We'll see. This will be close enough that they're probably happy with it. All right. Slow down here. I know you can't see the scale, but it's off to my left here on the side of the building. And that's got me bouncing around at, with me in the truck, a little over 79,000. So she's giving me a green light. I'm gonna go get my paperwork. All right, that worked out well. I weighed 79,080 with me in the truck. So let's see what I can read here. That gave me a net product of 47,380. That's good. That's good. So I'm just gonna pull up here, park, climb up there and see what it looks like. See if I need to move any stuff out of the way before I roll my tarp up. And I may give you a look. Okay, well, I'm in the trailer. I was able to squeeze through the man door there. But here's the load. It's not bad at all, but I do have a few pieces of wire and a piece of metal hanging on my bow over there. So I'm just gonna walk up and remove those. Another one back there. And then I'll jump out and roll my tarp up. Okay, folks, well, I'm here at the Oakley yard. My trailer's actually still in the shop. They've been working on it for about an hour. But I just moved over here and went ahead and moved most of my personal stuff over to my Jeep. And I drove up to the main office and got a temporary tag for my trailer. This right here. Because my license plate on my trailer was badly damaged, so I just took it off and had them order another one. But the way they do that is if you don't want to take your trailer plate off until you've reported to the office that you're doing so they can print you out a temporary tag that you'll need to have with you. And she said it takes about 10 to 14 days for the new tag to come in. So, because you know our trailer tags take a lot of abuse. Dumping some of these loads, you know, especially the recycled metal stuff. So I'm just headed back over to the shop. I checked my trailer in there earlier because I don't know if I mentioned this, but I had my ABS light was coming on sporadically, and then my marker lights were kind of, you know, sporadically dimming. So they worked on it pretty good and finally found that there was a loose connection up in the trailer wiring. So they think they have that fixed, although I have not hooked back up to the trailer just yet. Everybody's on lunch break right now. That's the shop right there. And they're going to go ahead and do what they call a PM, a preventive maintenance on the trailer, you know, where they grease it, check the tires, the brakes, you know, all that kind of stuff. And about an hour ago, when I was just sitting out here, there was one of my new referral students who's still in orientation, Eric, and one of his classmates, Jeff. I met them. They just Eric happened to be just parked in the stall next to me. He was checking his trailer in too for something. I think he said he had an ABS light showing up on his also. So I got to talk to those guys for a few minutes out in the cold wind. But that's good. That's great to see them. They're excited. And normally they would be done with orientation today, but the bad weather, I think, has slowed some of the things down. They're waiting on the drug test to come back, and they've still got to do some paperwork in the office on Monday, you know, stuff like that. So they'll be getting going next week early. Said they're getting paid to stay in a hotel over the weekend nearby, so could be worse. Anyway, just waiting on the trailer guys to get back from lunch, finish the trailer up, and then I'll hook up, go back around and park, and then I'm gonna be going home. Now I've got this load of twits I picked up earlier today. It goes to Jackson, Tennessee, 9:30 Monday appointment. So I'm thinking I'll probably hit the road Sunday afternoon and try to get 2 or 3 hours down the road. Don't have to, but that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Okay, well, that's it for now.